Your relationships are either increasing your wealth or draining it. The key question is, do you know the difference? What is the difference?
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward together with the Dekker team.
We are honored that for over 35 years, we've been able to come alongside you, not only buying, selling, and investing in real estate over 3,117 times, coming alongside you to build your fun, build your faith, build your fitness, build your finances, and even strengthen, heal, and flourish inside relationship. This concept of relationship permeates everything. It either multiplies your wealth or it divides it. Multiplication or division is really the conversation here.
Yeah, relationships are multipliers.
Or dividers.
Or dividers, and they're a lever which helps you with your results. And they help you, if they're multipliers, to reach a level you would never, ever be able to reach alone.
Ever.
There's a saying that says, if you want to go fast,
go it alone.
If you want to go far,
go it together.
Right, exactly.
And so we're really looking at building a leverage network.
Yeah, what are the checklists again? I'm going to go to checklists. It's kind of my favorite this month.
Checklist. This is the month of checklists as it relates to levers, levers, leverage.
And it's almost like a challenge or a charge for you that are listening to use this checklist to really start to multiply your results, okay? So the first thing is an audit.
Always the audit, always the tracking, the audit, the understanding, whatever area we're talking about, right? This one is auditing the relationships that are impacting or influencing your wealth building.
Yeah, your inner circle.
Thereof.
And your inner circle, right? Look at your sphere of influence, your inner circle, the people you hang out with, your team of professionals, like all of them, right? They're in different categories. But then look at it and just, we used to do the 3, 6, 9.
Yes.
And it's like,
I still do.
Okay, so who's a multiplier and who's a drainer? And a 9 is a multiplier, right? They just 90% of the time they're boosting you up
or more.
They're boosting you up. They're good for you. They create energy in your life. They support you. They cheerlead you. They're good for you, right?
And you're good for them. It's usually reciprocal, right?
And a 6 is somebody that is kind of meh.
They may have your best interest at heart. This is not a judgment of character. This is not a judgment of intent. This is simply that the influence doesn't serve you at least 90% of the time.
Maybe they're a little too needy, or they need you more than you need them, or whatever. And it's okay to have some people, and there's seasons for that. But if they're constantly drawing your energy down, then look at whether you want to spend as much time with that person.
Yeah, it's just a matter of how much time.
Right.
It's not a matter of cutting them out of your life, generally speaking.
No, unless they're a 3.
Right.
A 3 tends to be out, not necessarily to get you, but they are so self-absorbed, so self-ish that they will harm you to protect themselves and to get gain for themselves. So those people you do want to kind of cut out of your life.
Or allow them to fuel you to do even better.
Okay.
Right? There are a couple of different ways to do this, but it's really about how much time do you invest. That's
so
part of the leverage.
Once you've done that audit of who's in your life now in the categories, right? Your inner circle, your sphere of influence, your people you hang out with, your professional network and acquaintances, and then the next step is identify the gap. Who's missing?
Yeah.
And it could be you've got people in your personal life that are missing, people that, like for us, sometimes we're looking for another couple to travel with, not just like go travel like vacationing. We're talking journey through life with, who maybe is in a similar situation, or they're growth orientated like we are. Someone to spend social time with, right?
Who maybe doesn't have a retirement date in mind. Like our retirement date is 2059 or beyond. And that's simply because we don't believe we're called to retire. And so it means we will continually, I believe, be working and supporting and guiding and directing. And we believe they'll, God willing, we'll do that until we perish.
Well, until that, or until we're unable to give the level of care that's required for our clients, right?
Yeah.
So once you've done that, the third item, number 3, is pay for skilled advice. It often costs way less in the end to pay for your skilled advice.
And we could tell you way too many stories, because it's not just paying for advice. Like, let's not get caught up on the word paid. It's the right advice. Make sure they have the ability to actually, just because you pay for it doesn't mean it's good. So it's not just free or paid. It's the caveat of, is it counsel that you can rely on and trust and feel like it will take you further than the other advice that you might get?
Right. Yeah. And then, we talked about that gap, right? And how do you attract those people into your life? Well, the one is pay them if they're professionals. But on the other side, on the relational side, it's creating yourself, right? It's, who are you going to be? Are you going to be generous and kind and friendly and attract somebody of that same nurture or nature, if that's what you're looking for? You have to attract them. And that means changing you sometimes.
Sometimes. We like we say in every episode, we're not the same humans that we were yesterday. So don't judge me based on yesterday. Judge me based on today. Right?
And the last checklist item, number 5, is set some boundaries. Know your boundaries and stay within them. You can get friends, and sometimes you can cross boundaries, and it doesn't work. You lose your free time with your spouse because you're spending too much time with somebody else. Or just know your boundaries and leverage within them so that you've got a good working relationship. Does that make sense?
I think so.
Am I missing something?
Does it make sense to you? Like the concept of having the right support, not so much, and then also choosing how much you will allow that support to influence you, I think is part of that dialogue.
Yeah, for sure. And it's interesting, LinkedIn, it's the place where people look for jobs and professional networks and all that kind of stuff. They say that 85% of jobs and opportunities come through relationships rather than ads and things like that. And the same is true for investments and ideas and transactions. They come through relationships. So building those is important.
It's the word who. It's a 3-letter word. And I love that word. Who? Who is it that you need in your circle?
Yeah, because true leverage comes from healthy reciprocal partnerships. And speaking of which, we're glad that you joined us on Life's Inside Track, because when we move forward together, we've got this.
Moving forward with the Dekker team. Moving forward.